Coming up on this Aftershock edition of Broward Teen News.
Zach catches us up on Cypress Bay football.
Class breaks down the science of a penalty kick.
And Gabby tells us how to make a delicious treat. I'm Taylor Fishman.
And I'm Daniel Purcell, and the special Aftershock edition of Broward Teen News starts right now. Students here at Cypress Bay have the ability to express their talents in many different ways.
And one club at the Bay held its annual event for students to showcase their art.
That's the sound of the hundreds of pictures that were taken at Photo Fun Night, an event for aspiring photographers to practice and improve their skills.
Photo Fun Night's a night where people can come and they can experience several different little photo projects, you know, Photoshop, going in the dark room, doing image transfer, learning some mobile photography, and just socialize so it spreads awareness for the arts and hopefully makes some people get a little more interested in photography and appreciating it.
Through social media, families along with their striving photographers were able to come to this event to eat, socialize, and develop their pictures.
There's lots of fun things to do here, and the food is really good. I learned how to Photoshop a lot better, and got closer with my friends.
But this event couldn't have been planned without Photo Club's president, Senior Naomi Lopez.
I've known Naomi, you know, for many years. She's always been very interested in photo. She's very responsible, and she's always likes to do something a little different or really take her photo to a different level.
However, about 2 years ago, Naomi was faced with a complication.
I got acanthamoeba keratitis in my left cornea. At first, they thought it was the herpes simplex virus, so they treated me with a lot of steroids until they did a biopsy and found out that I actually had a parasite instead. I spent a lot of days trying to kill the parasite, and now it's finally dead.
This didn't stop Naomi from doing what she loves, photography.
My best pictures, in my opinion, came out right after I had a cornea biopsy. So I would say I've won a lot of awards for it. So, like, this eye, it's paying the bills.
Although faced with a challenge, Naomi was able to overcome it. With her love of photography by her side, she continues to express herself through pictures. Gabby Kernis, CBTV.
What's up, Cypress Bay? My name's Dylan Buxdale, and in this week's Tech Talk, I'll be showing you guys 3 highlighted products of the 2018 Consumer Electronics Show. The first product on our list is the Toyota e-Pallet concept. Designed and built by Toyota, this 8-wheeled boxcar is fully autonomous and electric. The interior can be filled with seats, screens, or shelves. It can also be used for mass transit or parcel deliveries. The second product on our list is LG Display's 65-inch rollable OLED TV. This paper-thin TV can be physically rolled up and put into storage. This type of technology isn't that old. Back at CES a couple years ago, a small 18-inch flexible screen was showcased. This one's just a little bit bigger. Our final product on the list is the Kohler Numi. The Numi is a smart toilet that will make you definitely think you're living in the future. The Numi has a remote control that can basically do anything. It can warm the seat, change the lighting, automatically open and close the lid, and it even has speakers. The price is set at just a little over $6,000. That's all for this episode of Tech Talk. Dylan Buxdale, CBTV.
According to the National Humane Society, there are about 60 to 80 million stray animals in America, but only about 6 to 8 million of them are taken into shelters every year.
Daniel went down to the Broward Humane Society to take a closer look at our homeless furry friends.
According to OneGreenPlanet.com, there are nearly 70 million stray animals in America, and only about 10% of those animals will go into one of America's 3,500 shelters.
In the few cases that someone just utterly refuses to take that animal there, we will definitely intake the animal and try to help the animal.
Customers Robert Day and Natalie Hugendorn agree that places like the Humane Society are giving second chances to strays.
Gets the dog off the streets. People that don't want them, they don't hurt them, they don't kill them. And they come here and they have a chance, a second chance, you know. You never know. Second, third chance, this guy right here got 3 chances, you know.
Maybe not my values, but I think sometimes people really do view dogs and cats as property, things that when they don't want them anymore or they become inconvenient, they just pass them along. And so having a place like this where they have an opportunity to be in their forever home where hopefully they find a family that treats them as such, like a family.
9 out of 10 dogs will never find a forever home, but places like the Broward Humane Society are working to change that. Daniel Purcell, CBTV.
On Wednesday, December 13th, the National Honor Society held a social to get NHS members in the holiday spirit.
It's an opportunity for everyone to come together, end of the year, trying to not think of too many exams, but just trying to getting into the spirit of things.
In hosting the event, NHS hopes to inspire other clubs to host similar events.
I think any time that you set a standard and you can achieve that standard or exceed it, I think you're always doing a really good job. So NHS definitely has set a really good standard to the other clubs that they really need to, come together and do it.
NHS officers encourage their members to join the season of giving by offering service hours for bringing in reams of paper, which were donated to teachers.
You're just giving teachers another gift, and I feel like that's a really important thing to have. And I feel like it somehow creates a holiday mood because we're giving back.
The NHS Social is a reminder of the ongoing holiday season, as it has brought together its members for a holiday celebration. Gio Vargas, CBTV.
Angels Reach is a foundation geared towards helping people with autism develop personal and social skills.
And one organization hosted an event to help raise funds for Angels Reach. Here's Alex with the story.
On Saturday, December 16th, Latin Americans from all over South Florida came to the Bonaventure Resort and Spa for the Bazar de Venezuela Infinita, a special event created to help out the Angels Reach Foundation and people currently living in Venezuela. Saida Aguilar, the event coordinator, has taken on the leading role for the second time.
Es un bazar venezolano, pero también hay personas que son de Colombia y entonces es un talento, si se quiere, latino, donde yo creo que uniéndonos podemos, haciendo poco a poco cada uno individualmente, podemos hacer mucho.
That foundation is the Angel Reach Foundation, a unique nonprofit organization that works to help children with autism better develop social and academic skills.
Cada vendor está colaborando con un artículo y lo que se venda en esa mesa se le va a donar a la Fundación Ángeles.
The female entrepreneurs work to make and sell their products to raise money to donate to both the Angel Reach Foundation along with foundations of their choice.
Yeah, everybody is one of their products they're gonna put in on the side to support the foundations. In my case, 50% of each purchase, 50% of every item goes directly to the foundation in Nicaragua for premature babies.
In the end, these women used what they had to give back, all while in the holiday spirit. Alex Twid, CBTV.
Fruit popsicles are a healthy alternative to ice cream after a long workout. Here's an easy-to-make, nutritional, and refreshing popsicle. The supplies you'll need are coconut water, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, a cutting board, a knife, and popsicle molds. First, wash and cut the fruit. Strawberries contain vitamin C, which improves your immune system. Blueberries help with balance and coordination. And raspberries improve your heart's health. Then, place the fruit in the molds and pour in the coconut water. This will provide you with a boost of energy. Put the lids on and place the molds in the freezer for 2 to 3 hours. Finally, take the popsicles out of the freezer and enjoy.
Did you ever wonder why it was so easy for a soccer player to score a penalty kick?
Here's Marcus with the explanation on this edition of Sports Science.
We have 3-hour practices on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We lift an hour before practice on Monday and Wednesday, and then Thursday is our walkthrough, and then it's game day.
This is the first time Western will play Cypress Bay in a homecoming game.
It's a big rivalry. It's an exciting game, and then to be homecoming on top of it, it's a big game for us because we had a rough week last week. I think this is a turning point for us.
Players also have the same vision as their coaches by practicing all week.
We're preparing just like every other game, focusing, trying to make no mistakes this game. It's a big game, it's a district game. We already lost 2, so we're gonna get this one right.
Paolo Gutierrez, CBTV.
After last year's crushing loss to Western, Tomas covered this year's rematch at Cypress Bay to see if the Lightning could get their revenge. The Cypress Bay wrestling team traveled to Archbishop McCarthy on Saturday, December 16th for the Riley Gillis wrestling tournament.
We're just wrestling today, getting set up so later on when we have districts, we can just be ready for our opponents.
Christian DeLuna has been on the wrestling team for a year and a half, and he already credits his improvements to the coaches.
They teach you how to wrestle in the right way. Most of these coaches here teach you how to wrestle but using your strengths. Coach can take anybody from nothing and turn you into a great wrestler.
Assistant coach Josh Kelso, a former Cypress Bay wrestler, hopes the current wrestlers just stick to what they've been taught.
Just wrestle like they know how, like how they've been taught, and keep on moving, keep on trying. Just motivation and not stopping. There's hard work, effort.
With 15 other schools at the tournament, Captain Thomas Spurlock knows how to handle those stronger schools.
I don't give them the credit to their name because they might have a great school, but it doesn't mean that guy's gonna be good or whatever. I'm not gonna let him control my mindset when I go to that match. So I'm just gonna go out and dominate and do what I do.
That mindset Thomas mentioned is what keeps the Bad Bay wrestlers going during a match.
You want to go into your match with that mindset that I need to beat this guy?
Basically, just don't go out there like you're going to lose. You know you're going to go against a two-time national champ or whatever. Don't go out there like, oh, I'm probably going to get beat. Go out there and battle. Try and do your best.
The Cypress Bay wrestling team agreed that having a consistent mindset is key to not only competing against challenging opponents, but as the mindset to ultimately achieve victory. Zach Cohen, CB-TV. Senior night for the Cypress Bay Lightning was held on September 28th as the team took on the Miramar Patriots in a district rivalry game. After a Miramar rushing touchdown early in the game, the Patriots scored again midway through the second quarter with this 38-yard pass to Terrence Horn to increase the Miramar lead. With Miramar threatening to score again, Andres Wolf denies Katravis Jeter a 1-yard touchdown. But second time's a charm for Miramar as Jeter finally scores, giving the Patriots a 21-0 lead at the half. Early in the third quarter, Steven Williams drops back to pass and hits Dominic Watt, who makes not one, not two, but 3 defenders miss for a 45-yard touchdown. But another look at the play shows Watt clearly stepped out. The play reminds Lightning fans of another missed call against Plantation, when the runner's knee was down on the 2 but still ruled a touchdown. Back to the Miramar game, the Patriots tried a field goal in the third quarter, but it's blocked by superstar Ricky Malcolm. However, Malcolm was held with no touchdowns despite scoring in every Lightning home game thus far. Unfortunately for Cypress Bay, Miramar scored again at the end of the third quarter with a 5-yard run by Jeter to seal the Miramar shutout 35-0.
Moving to a new place is a huge challenge, and it can be very hard to get accustomed to.
Here's Zach with the story of someone who's had to overcome this change more than once. Here he is with the story.
Immigrating in search of a better life has been a staple of the American identity throughout history. And for Angelica Hernandez, a mother of 2, making the move to America was a decision to better her own life.
Well, it was almost 18, 20 years ago when the American dream to come and have more opportunities here. I'm occupational therapist. I finished my career and I just want to get a better opportunities here in the U.S.
After living in Oklahoma for a few years, Angelica made the move to South Florida, where she could live amongst one of the most prominent Hispanic populations in the country.
I was in a different state. I was in Oklahoma for a couple years, and then I moved to Florida. So it was different here in Florida because you can speak Spanish and everything. And I have relatives here.
Angelica's son has chosen to play soccer, which Angelica believes represents the freedom offered in the United States.
That in soccer, the idea of what is going on in soccer today's day is just completely different, and there's more open, there's a lot of competition. And the way that I see it is there's a lot of competition for kids that they just starting since 6 years old, 5 years old. They're already with that pressure of be the best, and around you there's many more that are maybe better than you.
As many people make the migration to America, Angelica can serve as an inspiration to those looking to improve their own lives. Zach Alpern, CB-TV.
Listening isn't just about physically using your ears. It's mainly about paying attention. Listen is a movie dealing with mental illness issues of today's youth.
But there's not really a lot of, publicity or focus on mental health. It's just kind of something that people sweep under the rug and don't want to talk about. So having a school of almost 5,000 kids going to see a movie that's going to highlight mental health really impacted me in a way and made me glad that it was being shown.
Yet the movie was not only shown to students. Here at the Bay, we also extended invites for parents to be able to come watch the movie after school at 5 p.m. on November 16th and 17th.
I had a parent say that the film really connected to her because it made her realize that she thought she was listening all the time, but she really wasn't. And in tears, she said, I need to learn how to listen better.
I was anxious to hear how the students connected because it was about their lives. But as a parent, I felt like it was very relevant. I felt like, unfortunately, a lot of the situations probably happen more often than we think.
The movie brought up topics such as abuse, gun violence, and suicide.
You tend to think that, wow, are kids really going through these types of struggles? Is this really happening? You know, as adults, we want to fix things and always have things be okay for youth, especially as educators. And I think that it was shocking to see some of these scenes and really was thought-provoking.
After the movie, when we had a whole Q&A on it, it was amazing to see how all the students were very interactive and they were very supportive about mental health issues. And that's very important because for the people that do have the mental health issues, it's very important for them to know that people support them in whatever they're going through and to know that they're not alone.
With Cypress Bay's showing of the movie, students, parents, and educators alike got to learn about the importance of listening. Carolina Rapp, CB-TV. That's all for this special Aftershock edition of Broward Teen News.
If you want to watch more Aftershock, you can catch it at cypressbaytv.com.
And while you're at it, follow us on Twitter at CypressBayCBTV. I'm Taylor Fishman.
And I'm Daniel Purcell. Thanks for watching.